NTV reveals 8 companies suspected to have irregularly obtained tenders worth 2.3 billion shillings from suspended Chief Executive Officer of the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority, Jonah Manjari.
Well, directors of the firms have been summoned to appear before various parliamentary committees in order to account for the lump sum public funds remitted to them illegally. NTV's Seth Olale reports on this latest development in the 7.8 billion shilling procurement scandal at KEMSA.
According to a dossier tabled at the National Assembly Public Investment Committee by suspended KEMSA Procurement Director Charles Juma, 8 companies were allegedly and procedurally issued commitment letters to supply COVID-19 medical supplies worth 2.3 billion shillings by suspended KEMSA CEO Jonah Manjari. Amongst the 8 firms, Shop and Buy allegedly received the most lucrative tender worth close to 1 billion shillings for supply of 100,000 PPEs and KN95 face masks. A firm known as Regal Freighters is accused of obtaining a 270 million shillings tender for supplying 60,000 3-ply face masks, each costing 4,500 shillings. Northlink GSC Ltd also reportedly secured a 135 million shillings tender for supplying 30,000 pieces of 3-ply face masks with a unit price of 4,500 shillings. Meraky Healthcare was also allegedly issued with a tender worth 140 million shillings for supplying 20,000 pieces of KN95 face masks, each costing 700 shillings. It is also alleged that Everywhere Distributors Ltd scooped 118 million shillings for supplying 10,000 PPEs and eye protection goggles, 20,000 respiratory N95 and 10,000 face shields. The dossier also lists Miguela Holdings Ltd as a company that raked in 180 million shillings for supplying 20,000 PPEs, each costing 9,000 shillings. While Medilife Biologicals Ltd is said to have obtained a 240 million shillings tender for supplying 20,000 3-ply face masks, 200,000 KN95 face masks and 20,000 face shields. Komtel Kenya Ltd has also been cited as having received a tender worth 283 million shillings for supplying 20 patient ventilators, 190,000 KN95 face masks and 20,000 3-ply face masks. All these tenders were allegedly pushed through the system in total violation of procurement procedures.
The commitment letters which were issued to a number of suppliers, a number of them were not able to conform to the delivery timelines.
The directors of the implicated companies that have come to be known as the COVID millionaires are expected to testify before the National Assembly Public Investment Committee from next week. The Kenya Revenue Authority will from next week avail documentation detailing the owners of the beneficiary companies as well as tax compliance records, even as the process of unmasking the COVID-19 millionaires gains momentum. Seth Olale, NTV, Nairobi.